Save the right full screen.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen?
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 134th episode of Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me today, I've got Cal from Divided Kingdom.
Hey up.
All right. We also have with us show regulars, Caucasian Sasquatch. Yeah. He's grumpy because his AC hates him. And Shadow of Hawk.
Out everybody. Oh,
Everybody's so fucking enthusiastic this morning.
No, I took a few off of him. I was going to come in hot, but he went, So I was like,
I would admit I've had a long day personally, but I'm happy and healthy, so I can't complain.
Fair enough. Good deal. So we've got a couple things we're going to cover today. Cal came on specifically to talk about a particular subject that we're going to go over first, which is now we're a couple of weeks late on this, but it's the Vance speech from Munich here a couple of weeks ago. Probably go over that a little bit, and I do have it pulled up in case we need a refresher. But it is a 20-minute speech, so we'll see how that.
A lot of Europeans and Brits are upset with it. I watched it, I listened to it, and I got no issue with it because I don't think he said anything disrespectful or false at all.
No,
but Europe are quite offended about it because they think they have free speech, and there's more freedom of speech in the United States. Over here, you get arrested for Facebook posts now, so you got to be extra careful. It's not really freedom of speech.
That is true. But before we get into that, we're going to say hello to the chat real quick. We've got Caucasian Sasquatch is in here first. We've got Scotty Waddles with us
first.
On your side. On your side, you came in before Scotty Waddles did. Yes.
Don't tease me like that.
We've also got Lepo over on my side for first. We've got El Perro with us. God, I love that name. We have Zillage with us today. Hello, Boydians. Cthulhites, Infamous Crew. I don't know. We don't really have a nickname.
I give him an answer. I give him an answer. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, nobody's going to call us that, dude.
Okay, abbreviate it.
We have Carpenter's Journey. Welcome in. Carney's Ride. That's interesting because, they're fun, but they're death traps. We have Lucy Morning.
Not this one.
Tonight.
This one's he's a Uber driver, so he gets you there safely.
So he drives the death trap.
It's rattling apart as you're trying to get to where you're going. We've got Kohai Masochist with us today. Hello, Kohai. Good to see you. Glad you can make it. And I think that's everybody so far. So as you come in, we are currently live on 3 YouTube channels today. My channel, Samuel the Infamous. We're live on Divided Kingdom. We are live on Caucasian Sasquatch. We are also live on my Twitter page and Rumble page. So, if you're in any of those places, drop a chat and we'll highlight it up on screen if we can. Hello, Young God. Welcome in. So, Cal, regale us with your tales of persecution for saying things were just fine.
Well, in Europe, like I say, you get arrested over Facebook posts now. There were riots last July or so over here when Keir Starmer first got elected because a young lad went in and poked a bunch of young girls, almost took their heads off for dancing to Taylor Swift. So lots of people were upset about it. Some chose to burn down buildings and smash it up, got rightfully arrested, but some simply gave their opinions on Facebook and Twitter and had the police at their door. A good example is Wayne GB88, I believe his name is. Wayne O'Rourke. He simply just gave his opinions on something that happened, and he got 3 years in prison for it, for condoning certain actions that he never condoned, and for hateful speech, because there were rumors that this young man shouted Allahu Akbar as he was trying to take little girls' heads off, and he simply said, the attacker was probably a Muslim, and it's cost him 3 years in prison. So it's not so good. Lots of people like that. There was an ex-conservative counselor, a lady, and she said, this is disgraceful, we need to tackle this, something along those lines, and she got a couple months in prison for it. So it's the kind of stuff you hear about in Belarus, in Russia, but in the United Kingdom, there's thousands of arrests every year for words said on social media versus a couple hundred in Russia. So especially with Mr. Stalin and Zelensky, when you are trying to take on the biggest landmass country in the world and say these people are so bad, they're ex-communist, you have no freedom of speech, and then you arrest people who disagree with you, it's really not a good look. And it's a little bit scary. I'm a very opinionated man, but I'm somewhat careful of what I say at the minute, because Britain is definitely more centre and a little bit left, especially with the social programs, National Health Service and such. But it's a joke, especially with the Ukraine stuff. And since I spoke to you, obviously that meeting with Zelensky yesterday, that's all over the paper over here. Mm-hmm. They don't report on how Zelensky in Russian, I won't say the word, but called Vance an effing B to his face under his breath. Suka bliat. He said that as Vance was scolding him, which is effing B in Russian and Ukrainian. That's not covered.
It's not a direct translation, but it's close enough. Yeah, it's it has different connotations, but they all basically mean little bitch or stupid bitch or fucking bitch. Yeah.
Isn't the direct translation like bitch slut, which is why Suka isn't allowed to have that as his name? Good to know.
Yeah, хорошо. Not good.
Da.
Ja.
Да, сука, иди нахуй.
Oh, you speak the Deutsch.
Commies!
Нет. Я не коммунист. Я не русский. Give me a second. I can make it a little better for you.
We говорите по-русски язык.
Пожалуйста.
So I'm aroused. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but tentacles and comedy talk gets me hard.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm not KGB, right. I promise you. I'm just GB.
Welcome in, chat. Привет.
Привет, comrade. Yeah. Pivo.
If we had Suka and Anna on this stream,
right, давай.
Beautiful.
It's
Пожалуйста.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a part of a conspiracy theory.
Right.
I am a conspiracy.
That's about the limit of my spoken Russian. I can read a little bit and I can understand a little bit more than I can actually speak. But mostly it's like, like common phrases like, suka bliat, or, я иду домой, or меня зовут Samuel, that kind of thing.
You're at petitsa.
Your mama.
Da. Mama.
So
that's
anyhow,
enough Russian.
So I did watch the speech when it happened, and like I said, I have it pulled up in case we need a refresher because I don't remember it word from word. I don't memorize shit. I'm not very good at that kind of thing. But essentially, all I got from it, all he really said, if you boil it down to brass tacks, was, hey, maybe don't lock up your people for expressing their opinions.
That's terrible.
Right.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah.
You can't. No, but you can't be saying that. It's all right to do it, but don't say it, please.
Hey, that's And that's essentially it, because and he brought up some things, being that he was in Germany when he said this. One of the things that he did bring up was that that recent attack where the dude drove a vehicle right into a bunch of people, you know. And it's like, well, this guy's not getting deported. He's not, getting, any serious anything. And they're shutting down any mention of the fact that he also started screaming Allah's name when they were taking him into custody. And that guy you can't talk about, though. You get in trouble if you talk about him.
Of course.
Yeah, in
Because
the
we
media.
don't want
Sorry.
No, I was just going to make a joke about how we don't want the authoritarian state because the authoritarian state doesn't let you vote, whereas the totalitarian state is so much better because it lets you vote. It just doesn't let you have your own opinions on what you express or what you vote on, and demands loyalty in all aspects rather than just the political.
I need to address something in the chat real quick. Carpenter's Journey. I don't hate Muslims. I don't. I am friends with several Muslims. You might have, well, you probably haven't if you don't know this about me already, but I actually worked for a Muslim on another YouTube channel, Amira, the Exiled Lioness 2 channel.
Mashallah.
He's sensitive, bro. I don't know what's up with him. He's been kind of spurging out off and on for the past couple of weeks. And he said he was going to start a new channel where he was going to be rational. I haven't found it.
I hope so, because look, I don't like the IDF either, but that doesn't mean I hate Jews. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Like, I'm not a huge fan of assassins in general, but every major country partakes in that.
I had to make a video defending myself because there was a man with a Union Jack. I got a Union Jack in St. George's behind me. You can barely see it or whatever. But I was saying, because he was going up to random Muslims on the street of London, basically saying, I won't say the K word, but you take the lives of little babies. We will never pass away. We will live forever. All this stuff. With a Union Jack behind him, and on the inside was an Israeli flag. And I don't really like foreign people waving their flag inside ours to project their problems onto us, because all these Turning Point UK and stuff were saying oh, look at this British patriot standing up to Islamists. It was just blokes in the street minding their own business with a curly-haired guy like me and a Star of David necklace just going, "We will live forever. We stand in the face of terrorists." All this stuff.
I think I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and they were saying, "Look at this proud British patriot," and he was clearly a Jewish Israeli with a British accent, in my opinion. And I had to have a video responding to comments because the big A word was thrown towards me. It's very strange. You can disagree with people's actions and not their no,
absolutely.
I was going to say ideology, but that ideology is their downfall. It's more the religious based ideology, whatever, but what they're trying to do, Talmudic Zionists, what they're trying to do, I don't have to support it because he's waving a Union Jack. It's the same as me going to, I said this in my video, going to the US, Star Spangled Banner on my back, inside's an Iraqi flag, and I say, you took the lives of millions of Iraqis. It's not the American people that did it, and I'm not in any position to be doing that. So that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the way it smelled.
Yeah. It's to
shit.
To
My
borrow
wife
a
just
line
snuck
from
up on me. Oh my God, girl. Hang a bell around your neck.
Jesus. To borrow a line from Sisters of Mercy, it's a small world and it smells funny. I'd buy another if it wasn't for the money.
Right? It was cheap at twice the price.
To be fair, that's from a song about JFK's assassination.
Most
Vision
open-minded
thing.
president.
Who was
Most
behind that?
open-minded president.
Who do you think took him out? Do you think those files will be released?
I think
I'm
they'll
not
be
gonna-
released, but they'll be redacted.
Yeah, well, Epstein list. Oh, but it's phase one.
How about
All
that,
the
Okie
important
doke?
stuff.
Oh my God, that was a straight Rick roll. I mean,
So I did a 2-hour fucking stream on that the other night because I was super fucking pissed about the whole situation. Welcome in, Abe. Welcome in.
Howdy.
What's going on?
But yeah, that was another thing we were going to talk about today as well. Not just the Vance stuff over in Munich, which by the way, going back to that, he does he does make a solid point. And the fact of the matter is the only nation on earth that has freedom of speech across the board enshrined in its laws is this country, is the USA. No other country on earth has this. And the fact is it should be in the constitution of every nation on earth.
Absolutely. It's one of the United States' greatest strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Australian or British?
I'm British.
Yeah, what part?
I'm English.
Yeah,
from the north.
From the north. Okay, yeah, I'm southwest. That's why I was asking. Sorry, forgive me.
Yeah,
is there fixing to be a civil war? Because if there is, I got $5 on the Power Ranger.
There's fixing to be some of the most racist shit you've ever heard. Like, Europeans like to make fun of Americans for being racists. The moment you hear, the moment a European hears another European speak slightly different to themselves,
there you go, British.
It's the Savages song from Pocahontas. Just immediate hatred for each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny because there are so many accents on that tiny island, and to those of us outside of it, we don't always hear the differences, but you guys do. Right?
Exactly.
Well, it's strange as well because people from other areas that speak English, we can understand them, but they've got no idea what we're saying.
Car on road. There you go.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Not Welsh.
The Welsh talk like this. They do. They don't sound anything like it. They sing their words. The Welsh. They love singing.
The inflections throw people off, I think.
Yeah, well, the Welsh, they could be angry at you and they're singing an opera song to you while they're angry, so they don't sound angry because they talk like this. They're singing every word they say.
I'm going to put you in the fucking head.
You just be, oh, that's so cute. God bless you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's like, did he just threaten me or...
I think that's why Americans have such a hard time imitating a British accent, is because we hear all of them as the same, and so we will have this like weird amalgamation of a bunch of different regional or local accents, and you guys will be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? What is that accent?
the Americans, when I worked in North Dakota, go, oh, say bottle of water, dude. Bottle of water. That's all they say.
We don't fucking sound like that.
Oh, you say bottle of water, dude. You sound like this, dude. Yeah,
bottle of water.
Yeah, you do.
Nope.
Water. No T's at all.
No, they say D's instead of T's, and then say bottle.
And then we skip the T's in their entirety. We're like, British? No, mate, it's British. No T's in that word.
Yeah.
And then Americans would say British.
I try and sound overpronounced because I got fed up with the bottle of water jokes.
Both of you fellas are pronouncing loser really, really weird.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what did this fucking yank say? I've got no idea what he said. Sorry. I get it. He was speaking American. Okay.
Oh, yes.
The true English, the closest real English. Y'all are speaking like the Kardashians.
The Kardashians are American, brother. What are you on about?
Okay.
That was beautiful, kid. Oh, that was great.
Okay. So
holy shit, Shadow has found a new level of drugs. Give me some.
Well, there's plenty up north, mate.
Quick history lesson. So the like on the East Coast, the English spoken in like Boston, certain parts of New York, that's the actual English that was spoken for the longest period of time. What's currently spoken in England is akin to if the Kardashians, like the way they speak, had become the standard speaking for everyone. The upper classes ended up disseminating across the lower classes. So y'all speak a bastard English. We only speak a frontier, slightly bastardized English.
No, because people from the monarchy, people from the landed gentry, they sound completely different to normal British people.
Now they do.
They always have. It's called the Queen's English. Well, or should I say the King's English now, for a reason. Because they're the only fuckers that speak it.
I find it funny an American is saying we sound like Kardashians. That baffles me. That's such a silly
that's
comment.
insane.
That's why that's hilarious.
I was using that as incredibly insulting because they're like they are the rich. They are, and I hate to use this word for them, but they're the equivalent of a noble in England. They're the higher station, and how the nobles were speaking is what the common people adopted. Kind of like how a chunk of your language is French.
I've never seen Princess Diana record a certain tape with a black rapper. I'll say that much. Nothing like a Kardashian.
Yeah,
I would rather measure who's higher echelon based on the caliber of their gun, if you get what I'm saying.
Lol.
Well, we ain't got none of that.
That's why I said the speaking.
And so, that's where we're at.
Well, that's the thing. Guns used to be quite commonplace in England. Well, throughout the entire UK, not that long ago, really.
90s.
It's just there was as soon as the Dunblane massacre happened and a bunch of fucking toddlers got murdered.
Yep.
Overnight, the entire public was like, "We don't need them. Forget it. If it costs a single child's life, we don't need them."
And you still have Plymouth and stuff like that happen. People just get the 12 gauges. They say, "Oh, I want a license for this to hunt," or "I'm a farmer."
Yeah.
Plymouth not far from me.
You can still get shotguns and rifles and things.
Yes, sir.
Just getting handguns and things like that is a lot more difficult.
That's one of those things, though. Like when you're talking about the self defense and whatnot, it's like, yeah, like it doesn't really matter what the weapon is. If bad people want to hurt people, they're going to find a way to do it, and they're going to find a weapon to do it with. Period. So it really doesn't matter if you ban the thing or not. But you know what you don't get a lot of, when you carry a gun, stabbed.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing you can get. Knuckle dusters illegal. Tasers illegal, pepper spray illegal. You think of all the girls at night, especially recently. That's all illegal. But you can go and get I'm trying to be careful with my language. You guys are just going at it. You get a kitchen knife from the supermarket. You're 18, sir. All right, mate. Here you are. Is all the knives you want? The same event where that man tried taking off the little girls' heads and poking them up because of dancing to Taylor Swift. They tried blaming Jeff Bezos, saying, "Oh, he ordered it from Amazon, so therefore ban all this on Amazon. Jeff Bezos is partly responsible because a lad
It never crossed anyone's mind that they might have a mental illness issue and not a weaponry issue."
Well, it's a cultural issue. There's people of certain cultures who go around with machetes, and we just say, "Come on in, mate. Yeah, you're all right."
Yeah, that's the real problem, because you look at a place like Switzerland. It's not really that far off America in terms of common gun ownership. Yeah. Do they have the weapons problems that the US has? No, because it's completely culturally different. And also, they don't import millions of fucking maniacs like we do, unfortunately.
Yeah. Also,
we do that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they also have like stricter rules in regards to owning firearms? Like, whereas in the U.S. we kind of phased out the militia, whereas in Switzerland, if I remember right, that
kind of kids
still kind of.
So in Switzerland, every male by law has to serve a certain period of time in the military. Now, when you get done serving in the military, you generally get to keep your standard issue firearm, which is a rifle of some type. I forget which type. Anyway, so they actually have a very high percentage of gun ownership in that country because most of the men over like 21 served in the military and kept their firearms. So they're actually a fairly well-armed society.
We had this conversation before, and I completely forgot about it until now. So I just
not only are they a well-armed society per capita, they are far more well-trained and regulated militia than the U.S. style.
Yeah.
They're also a significantly more homogenous society without the ethnic enclaves that we do. Remove the top 5.
I mean, they speak a little French though, too, don't they?
That's just one part that makes them suspect, and with the English as well, and the Canadians, they're all suspect. Listen, the French's best battalion of men are foreign legionnaires. They're people who aren't French. Even they know they suck.
Yeah, the French suck. I can agree with that.
Yeah. The other part of the reason Zillage that Switzerland is pretty chill is because they refuse to take any political side whatsoever of any of their neighbors. They have a stance of neutrality that they've maintained for over 100 and I don't know, almost 200 years, something like that.
Yep, they've still got all sorts of things in their vaults from World War II that were plundered from many people.
Yep. Gold fillings and the like. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Melted down gold filling.
Some bars stamped with a certain symbol with account holders that are still alive of a party that I'm not allowed to talk about.
Of course, well, here's your favorite.
You keep saying that, like I keep saying. Anyway,
you said you don't like me talking about it because allegedly I'm on their side. I disagree with that.
No, it's the sound of your voice.
Say allegedly.
Rah. You start getting sweaty, your pupils dilate, your arm goes straight.
Knees weak, arms are hemi, vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti. Yeah, totally.
High knees do come easier when you're thinking about a certain party, is all I'm gonna say.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
We're gonna get these two motherfuckers arrested. Nah, I will not apologize for my part in that.
No comment. No comment, sir. No comment.
No comment. I will take my arrest with joy.
No.
You'll be taking it either way. Lube, no lube, you'll be getting arrested, brother.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You sound a little bit rah on that, bro. Like
it's almost like you want to be in prison with all the men.
I mean, hey, if he's in prison, he stops paying taxes for Muhammad's welfare, so there's a benefit there. He starts getting government assistance.
Das heißt.
There we go.
Yep. Tell you what, say what you like about him. That's a banger of a tune.
Yeah.
Say about who?
Yeah, it kind of is.
Oh, no one in particular.
You didn't write that song. It's a song about a bumblebee on a flower.
Yeah, flowers blossoming across the world.
You know, songs about bumblebees and flowers are really about sex, right?
And it predates a certain set of activities that most people don't like to think about, and it was more associated with the Wehrmacht, which was more or less apolitical.
Yeah, it was more of a product of the Second Reich than it was anything else.
Yeah. So this is a good question for the Brits on the panel. How long do they even hold people incarcerated for something like that? Can't be enough jails for that in terms of like free speech violations or posting a mean thing on Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
They were letting out kiddie touches to put these people in prison. They were releasing criminals who were they were harmful to their domestic partners. They were touching kids, and they let them out early so that they could put these people in there because we don't have enough prisons or enough prison space.
Yep.
What?
Yes. Yep. Did you not know that?
Like, did we stop making bricks?
We did hear about that. What I think what Zillage was asking was like what's the average like stay on the inside for somebody who gets arrested for this sort of thing? Because I think didn't Count Dankula do like I don't know remember exactly much that meme. It was it was not a short amount of time.
Well, it's a multi-tiered process. So, for example, the first offence, you'll probably be taken to a magistrate's court, which is typically composed of lay people. They will then decide usually the smaller kind of sentences like community service. And depending on the level of severity of the law breaking in question, it may be passed to a higher court and then it will go to a judge. And then a judge will then decide if you should have a more severe penalty or not. And if the judge decides that it's a more egregious offence of some sort, depending on the judge's individual interpretation of the law and the existing legislation that has existed prior and the interpretations that go with it, it may or may not then get passed to yet another higher court. And Count Dankula was one of the most egregious examples of the abuse of our justice system that has probably ever happened. And it's basically because the establishment tried to turn him into an example of, we don't like you doing this thing, so we're going to prosecute you to the full extent of the law, even if we have to bend over backwards in our interpretation of it. Yeah. So it varies quite wildly.
Meanwhile, they'll go to bat for an organized pedophile ring.
Yes.
Oh, the elites are all involved. The judges are involved. Keir Starmer, when he was the high court judge, the chief of the Crown Prosecution Service, he knew about Jimmy Savile, and
Yep.
he
of course
nothing
he did.
happened.
Keir
Nothing
Starmer
happened to
serves
Jimmy
Davos.
Savile. Keir Starmer
Mhm.
serves something. They ain't British people, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's Davos. It's the WEF. He's flat out fucking said that if he had to make a choice between Westminster and Davos, it'd be Davos hands down.
Yeah,
Did he
yeah,
say
he's on
that?
camera saying it. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh wow, that doesn't shock me.
No.
Sounds like the Brits need to take a page out of our book and protest against Parliament with a little bit more aggression than a strongly worded letter.
With
I
what?
completely agree.
What are they going to use? What are they going to protest with? I mean,
Forks.
protest has become a managed industry in modern
They
era.
have knives.
You go and you pick up your freaking signs, you march to the front of the line, you walk in your little circle, and you get back on your trolley and go back home.
No.
Like-
It's really simple, right? You buy as many spoons as possible, leave them in a whole bunch of water for a long time. Then they'll get rusty and sharp and all kinds of fucked up, and take to the streets with those rusty spoons, and we'll see how far we get.
Sir, you're diabolical. Tetanus for everyone.
This goes back to what was it? Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, when Alan Rickman's Sheriff of Nottingham, he was like, "I'm gonna cut his heart out with a spoon," and this dude's like, "Why a spoon? Because it'll hurt more."
Oh, you twin, it'll hurt more. Yeah, bro.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yo, young
Yeah,
guy, that's
that's kind of the problem.
reference.
Yeah. Even when the Iraq war was popping off, we had millions of people marching through the Capitol opposing it. Do you know what the government did? They just said, we've noted your grievances. We don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Millions.
What care does a lion have of the opinions of sheep? And if you're disarmed to the point where, realistically speaking, a well-fitted riot cop could dispatch an entire crowd of people, you are as effective as a sheep against a pride of lions.
Yeah. So here's the thing, kid, is I think that you're on about the analogy, but lion is the wrong metaphor. The right metaphor
Hyena,
is
jackal,
No. Hold on. Let me finish.
Oh,
the right
sorry.
metaphor is, what does cordyceps care about the opinions of sheep?
Yeah. It's more of an infection of the mind that has taken root everywhere. And people just aren't willing to do anything about it.
Well, they're
and even if they do, it's fruitless.
Yeah, they're in no position really. They don't have a chance to disagree anymore, and that's kind of that's the sad thing.
Yep. Do you guys personally blame Antonio Gramsci or Kimberly Crenshaw for your particular brand of bullshit happening in your country? Out of curiosity,
I don't know who either of those people are.
So I had a thought earlier about this whole Zelensky, Trump / the Epstein list being everything we already know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I find it funny that these two things happened at the same time, so that there's only about half as many people talking about this total okie doke the federal government just pulled on the people by releasing exactly the same papers that were previously released before as quote unquote leaks. They've updated the redacted copy to include all the leaks. So now the public has public access to the leaked material from previous, but nothing new. And nobody noticed. I mean, they noticed, but what are you going to do? What are we going to do? What do we do about that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tony Blair's on the list. He'll never be touched.
Well, he was
that's
touched.
the thing.
Charles Linton, yes. Those are his middle names, Charles Linton, and he was done for touching someone in the toilet before he was prime minister. But he was charged as Charles Linton. And if you have a look at Tony Blair's name, Anthony Charles Linton Blair. So he likes the touchy touch, and he likes Iraq. Maybe a bit too much.
That's the thing though. It's like outside of the United States, like United States citizens who are involved in this kind of thing. Like, what exactly can we do about this? Like, there's no way we're going to go up against the Saudi prince who's on that list, because we want their fucking oil. We want their, we want their business. We're not going to fuck with them, and they're certainly not going to see any punishment on their end, because in Saudi Arabia the monarchy is absolute.
Yeah.
Well, Saudi Arabia is named after the royal family because it was originally Arabia. The Saudis are simply the name of the monarchy there.
House
Just out
of
of
Yeah.
curiosity, and I'm asking for a friend. Does there happen to be a list of people to kill to become like the next Saudi emperor? How many people would for a friend, right? My friend have to, in order to achieve, just inherit legally.
I think God take out the whole family plus all the
No,
government.
that's a
officials.
given.
Yeah,
Not,
well,
not necessarily. If you can just give a better deal to the Bedouins and the rest of their
it is.
special guard, then you don't need to kill more than I'd say a handful.
So you're never going to overthrow a country, I can tell.
No, I'm not saying you don't need to kill them all. You just need to kill enough to make it not a good
I'm
idea.
just saying, legally speaking.
Legal. Okay, if we're going through purely no putsches, no coup d'etats, and you're trying to go through, well, first of all, you have to get your genes into the Saud family, and judging by the fact that
I have a
you're one of those
huge
concerned-
family. I bet you that there's some part of my family over yonder that has made it there. I swear to you, bro.
So this is eating at me a little bit, kid. I will grant you that French is a fucking stupid language. It's stupidly constructed. It has stupid rules. But if you're gonna say a French phrase, like say it right, coup d'état, not d'état.
Yeah, don't speak French. Maybe much happier.
Just in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
generally
kind of
just don't speak French would be better, but
it's kind of hard. I mean, after I
Sacre
think what was it, like 1080, English is basically just a bastardized form of French, given what the Normans did to it.
Yeah, you said that we're
No.
bastardized English, bastardized French, but come on, man.
You like bastards for some
Pick one.
strange reason. Is there something you would like to reveal to us? Was Freud right, son?
I don't know. I just like making fun of the English language because it makes no sense.
You're speaking
Say that
English
as
right
the-
now, you sausage.
Exactly. I know.
Silly sausage.
yeah.
Come on now.
To touch back on something that when we were mocking each other's nation's accents, and Shadow was, we don't sound like that. Yeah, some of us do, dude. We have enough accents in this country alone. That you ever watch those YouTube
Yeah.
videos with Brits reacting to all of the varied accents of the United States, and there's like, I can't understand these fuckers. You know what? Some of us can't understand these fuckers either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baltimore comes to mind. Those guys are completely
Cajuns.
indecipherable.
Cajuns.
Oh, you know when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, and then Gambit appeared on the scene, and then he started speaking in a Cajun accent. I understood him straight away.
Yeah, it sounds good.
But
Though.
I'm-
I like the Cajuns. They're good.
Yeah, I'm not Cajun, but I understood it. And so many Americans are like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
Yeah, well, it's half French in it.
Yeah, it's got French sprinkled into it. Yeah.
Before we go too much further, because I'm not used to this sort of thing happening on the channel on account of not being monetized at all, there is a super chat in the chat. So we're gonna bring it up on screen. Cal?
Yeah. I appreciate that. Curious. That was to my restream. I hate to. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Support your local Brits. You know, make sure they have a nice nest egg, so that when they get out of jail, they're not totally fucked.
Once to the man who said he didn't respect the Brits, let me address his name. He was saying all sorts of words in the chat misspelt. Bless him.
That was
Carpenter. I just
He's
received
disturbing.
USD in Great Britain, brother. So put that in your pipe and smoke on it.
CJ, bro, like I'm trying to be nice and like let you hang out and stuff. You're going a little hard in the paint. I'm just asking you to like, pull back that dag a little bit, Just ease up just a hair, bro. You'll be good. Just breathe.
Stimulants don't let you breathe or type properly.
That's not helping.
Well, hopefully it's all American, Crystal.
yeah.
I got to be less
Yeah,
American.
so-
He wants to join the LGBT community now. Bless your heart, dude. Bless your heart, dude. Roll Tide.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Good try, bro. That was a good. I mean, considering how
Don't even
far
try, bro.
I'm proud of you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed.
I'm proud of you too, bro.
There's no trust.
Used to be
Are we
British.
doing this? Nice choice.
Go on. Let's have the Americans do their best quotation marks British accents.
Dude, every time I try to do that, I slip into like something else, like
No.
Australian or fucking Irish or
got
something.
this.
That's what's gonna make it funny.
Oh,
I
I
ended
got
like-
this. You want to hear what a Brit sounds like to an American?
Go right ahead.
Go on.
Oh, dear.
Well, brother, that sounds like some goddamn old hog swoggle right there.
Dude, that's wild.
Takes one to know one.
I tell you what, Sasquatch, that was just a bastardized pig.
All right, yeah.
That's what the mayor of London
What's up,
sounds
Joe
like.
Cool? What up, baby?
I would have guessed it was the Prime Minister of Scotland, honestly.
It's the first minister, young man.
I would have been.
Yeah, curious contrarian. We're streaming out of my channel, Samuel the Infamous. But we're also streaming to Caucasian Sasquatch and to Divided Kingdom at the same time. So we're in multiple places, so multiple people can see us.
Yep. They can also
If that helps
see,
answer.
Give me some money.
Mhm.
Right here, like give it to me, the money, all of it. I've never been able to grip it before. This is new to me. The
You are
money.
so fucking needy. Mm.
I do need it. I need it all of the money that people. I want the fucking pennies out of your loafers, folks. Send it in.
See,
Yeah.
if I
Grifting
knew
is
for a
getting
fact,
to me.
if I knew for a fact you didn't fall for a pyramid scheme and that kind of fucked you recently, I'd be mocking you. But I mean, FEMA did kind of leave it.
Hey, they showed up at my house. They left a little note that was like, "We hope you okay." That's all we got.
Damn.
That's right then.
Nice.
What 70 years of paying taxes and they couldn't.
I even stole my neighbor's like Biden sign and put it out front just in case they'd help out some. It did not help.
Right.
Fuck.
Right.
Worth a shot.
Oh,
Already
yeah.
failed.
I don't want to do the accent thing though, because I'm gonna be fucking terrible at it if I'm trying. Right? It's
too
so
late for
bad.
accents right now.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you.
Mhm.
Well, you sure about that? Go.
No, I'm not sure at all.
Pick your fucking
Fuck off,
blinders
you
in it.
slag.
Go down and
Fucking
talk.
hell.
One
Up
second.
your fucking apples and pears, you
I have-
bastards. Fuck all.
No idea what kind of ist this is, but I'm absolutely
Manchester United. Oi, oi, oi,
Oh,
oi.
wait.
He's got
I
a
got one
fucking
of those. Hold on.
ism.
I got one of those.
Fucking
Oh, yeah.
hell.
Bloody hell, man.
sorry.
What are you
United.
clappering on about?
Mate, I'll be fucking down the old fucking chimney sweeping it and shit. In it,
Don't be
mate.
talking like that to me, my own ass.
Canting fucking hell, bastards.
Yes, man.
I want someone to say thingy. Say thingy.
Thingy.
Fingy.
Thingy. He got it. That's right. I don't know
Fucking
who you are.
fingy.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Thingy's doing no good.
See, that's the thing, is that we even take the piss out of the stereotypical British accent because we know that pretty much no one sounds like that.
Yeah.
There's very tiny amounts of people that will ever sound remotely like that.
You know what's really funny is I've heard it said that the Bostonian accent is one of the closest American accents
Boston.
to English, which just it
It's not.
boggles my mind because it's so goddamn hard on the ears. You know, like the only thing they got in common is that they drop a lot of the R's at the end of words. That's about it. You know?
Damn, they use the hard R all the time.
No. They
Mhm.
use no R's. No R's.
Yeah,
at
they
all.
go hard in Boston.
Oh damn.
Hide in the car with the yard
Hide.
and clam chowder.
Fuck.
It's so fucking hard on the ears.
I think it's great. I think the Boston accent's great, just because it's such a novelty.
How about Maine?
Yeah.
The soil of a man's heart, stonier still. Like those folks sound like every single one of them sounds like they're narrating something from Shawshank.
Yeah, what Morgan Freeman's doing it as well.
Right?
I'm shocked.
I
that
wish
the-
I could
knew.
say the sisters left him in peace.
Having this day with Andy Dufresne.
Like a Twinkie. Like a Twinkie.
As an observation, exactly like a Twinkie. I did I got a buddy of mine on YouTube. He does these live action scripts, and he got a hold to the AI Tarantino version of Shawshank Redemption, and we did a live reading of that script, and it's on his channel over there. The name of the channel is Scully's House of Thrillers.
Yeah,
it was pretty decent, given that we just kind of threw it together in an afternoon. It was brilliant.
Bloody brilliant,
Yeah.
man.
Oh
is it-
man, I don't know. I don't know how any of us fucking communicate. Like, there's 4 different continents that all have English speaking countries. 5 if you count parts of South Africa that have English speaking countries in them, and we all can't understand each other half the damn time. Right.
Nope.
But we only need to understand each other half the time. The rest of the time, we point, grunt, and drink beer. It's fine, dude. Don't sweat it.
well, that I would say actually that's one of the greatest strengths of the English language, in that it's such a mutant property of communication that, like, it doesn't follow traditional means of structuring sentences or words or things like that. It's like, for example, we understand what Yoda says in Star Wars, even though it's completely grammatically wrong.
It's broken. So broken.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
we can
because
understand
English-
it just because we hear the words, and we can reconstruct the intent behind the words.
Yeah,
After
he uses
hearing
kind of a bastardized Latin sentence structure.
Yeah, yeah.
Fake
Which
news.
is the kind
you
of structure
speak.
most European languages follow.
Well,
Even
for-
the Germanic ones.
Hey, who let Clue in here?
I let Clue in
Sam,
here.
this
Hi,
your
Clue,
fault.
welcome to the show.
This is Sam's fault. What's up?
I thought this was a Council of White Guys approved meeting.
No, we needed a
a
diversity
party
hire
crasher.
so that we don't get in trouble for all the horrible shit.
Oh, right. Gal's not
DEI
here.
is not
Right, okay, I got you.
DEI is not illegal
Well,
yet.
hold on. Hold on. We don't know about it.
Shadow's gay. Does that count?
What? Absolutely not.
Nailed it.
That's
Listen
getting
here.
clipped.
Give me money. Money me.
Listen here, you half-bred fucking Sasquatch. All right, I'm not gay.
I had a nerve.
I have
Me thinking
relationships
she
with
does
women.
persisteth too much.
You didn't let me make the fucking joke. You didn't let me make the fucking reference. Damn it.
No, Shadow gets plenty. Shadow gets plenty of hoes. You don't know that. He gets plenty of hoes.
Oh, absolutely not, and I'm glad I don't. The majority of the ones around me are either fucking whores or they're communists. I don't want any of them.
That didn't help the case, but yeah.
No, it didn't. College town. I don't care. Not a
Let me
single.
guess. Are you on one of the coasts?
Nope, actually, Midwest. It's just
Really?
every college. Every college is fucking compromised.
Oh,
That's
right up
true.
yours, Kenzo. Right up yours.
Kenzo.
You know, we used to call him Twinkerbell. I had a whole thing,
Just
a whole
before
little
you
video. I don't
grew up
have it
the
up right
age.
now. It's in the archive somewhere, but I had a whole little video with his head on Tinkerbell's body and this like little AI song going Twinkerbell, twink, twink, twink. It's really fucking funny.
The absolute worst part is that and the gremlin. I did not do. That was not on me. That was on all of you, just collectively, democratizingly deciding, hey, we're doing this. And I just had to deal with it.
By the way, hey,
Yes.
Yue, good
Welcome to
see you,
YouTube.
Hey, Yue.
Yeah.
Who's Yui?
Yue.
He's one of my
a Brit.
subscribers, but he doesn't he has a hard time making a
Oh,
lot of the
you.
shows because of the time zone thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I won't lie to
So-
you. I was feeling tired as a mother lover. I had a whole thing of coffee and a cup of White Monster to stay up a little bit longer.
Fair
Just
enough.
for you.
Fair enough.
Just for you, because I love you so dear. Anyway, I wanted to say I'm really glad Clue has added some seasoning to our meal today.
Yeah, any way I can help.
There's too many
Any way I can
Europeans who don't use fucking spices in their food on the panel. So yeah.
Oh, no, salt is spicy, so I'll stay with salt.
Salt is spicy.
I
Yeah,
I
need
love
none of it.
spicy foods though.
Don't you guys
No,
live
yeah,
on like
yeah.
curry now?
Curry's actually our national dish. Yeah.
I like a doner kebab, to be honest. The kebab does me.
Paul Hadouken, what's that?
Well, it looks like the Isles have fallen already. There's not even. They don't even need to call it a caliph yet. It's just already gone. It's collapsed.
I want to address two comments. So here we go. Make stupid people famous says there's a lot of British words in Australia. So that I mean, you have a look at Australia's flag. Have a look at the top left. You might understand why there's
hold on. No, you can't fool me. Australia is merely a myth.
No, right, guy, mate. Yes, right.
Just like New Zealand.
Sasquatch, I'll let you in on a little secret.
I knew it.
Pigeons are government surveillance.
I know. Dude, you're not telling me nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, and another comment. English is a Babylonian tongue, as he says in the English language. That's a bloody brilliant one. Well done, mate.
If you say so.
Wait, hold on.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into my chat. They just came in hot and they've been rolling ever since, bro.
It's a Saturday night.
Yeah. German is my favorite Chinese language.
Oh, yes, evidently. Right. Yes.
Wait, are you saying the Indo-Aryans are Chinese? I thought they were fucking Persian.
Oh, don't talk about Germany to this lad. He loves it way too much.
Well, actually,
Sons of Arius and all that.
He likes Austria just for the German word for Austria. The end of it is exciting. Österreich.
Österreich.
Ja, jawohl, Österreich. Über alles.
Österreich.
You love
Österreich. Österreich über alles. I like the Second Reich, though. I think that's the best Reich. Second Reich.
Well done.
Oh, fuck that. Holy Roman Empire, dude.
The Holy Roman Empire is good, but Bismarck is pretty good.
Oh, Bismarck was
the pagan Roman Empire was better than the Holy Roman Empire. I'm just saying.
I mean, to be fair, the Holy Roman Empire was not holy, was not Roman, and it wasn't really an empire for too long. It became more of kind of a bunch of squabbling states arguing over a corpse.
Yeah, it was more like a confederation, really.
Yeah,
but it had a cool name.
Yeah, and it's more of a heritor of the Roman Empire than the fucking Turks are. So if it's the Roman Empire because the Turks would be the Roman Empire otherwise, then fuck it. The Holy Roman Empire is the Roman Empire.
Just for a bit of a lark here. God damn it, I'm hanging out with too many Brits lately.
Dude.
Just for funsies.
Oh no.
Let's go around the horn, and I want everybody to tell us what your favorite empire throughout any part of history, except the fucking Roman Empire.
Oh, come on.
No,
British
that one's
Empire.
off the fucking table.
British Empire. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why the British Empire. Because
every reason.
British Empire will stand strong until we give it all away. So I wave a Union Jack. I love the British Empire. It did a lot of good. When it comes to all the bad stuff, the G word, the R word, potato, tomato. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, now. British Empire.
Mate, we're calling that the P word these days. We don't talk about potatoes anymore. The Irish will get offended.
Well, we took it all from them, so we have every right to say potato.
Well, touche.
They don't get to say potato anymore.
Shit, that was French. Fuck.
Yeah, you need to grow out of that. You need to grow up.
Really hate to offend everybody here, but potatoes are from South America. So before you start getting offended about, what the Irish might have to say, think about all the Aztecs that went to the grave for the tater.
Well, the Aztecs didn't go to South America, but sure.
Oh, come on, man. I 100 freaking miles. I meant.
Aztec,
I think he just
Mayan,
died
Incan,
inside.
Aztec, Mayan, Incan, what's the difference?
Well, there's a continent of difference there, Shadow.
All right. I'm properly
time
passed
periods.
out. Okay?
The Aztec language was my favorite form of Chinese.
Right?
What? Nahuatl? Yeah.
Wait, so Sam, what's your favorite empire?
I'm gonna go with the Aztecs. They fucking brutalized everybody, and on top of that, they built their empire on the corpse of a dead one. It was awesome.
That's true.
Not surprising. Let's watch.
Well,
Incas.
I'll go you one better with that logic then. Shouldn't the Spanish Empire be your favorite because they did the same to them?
I mean, yes and no. They kind of did, and then they kind of lost it piece by piece to everybody else.
Think of how
the
much
largest
the
piece, of course, being
conquistadors
Texas
achieved.
and California.
Like the conquistadors were
Arizona.
basically the 300 of the conquest of the Americas. It was ridiculous.
So no. There's a difference there. If you're talking about the 300 Spartans, they went to defend their country, and they didn't start that fight.
No.
The conquistadors absolutely started that fight.
Actually, it was self-defense.
And fouled the water.
Hold on, no. Actually, the conquistadors was self-defense. Okay, the first interaction they did have. Now, granted, this may be a lie, but the first interaction they recorded. The first interaction they recorded
You're going to trust a Spaniard looking for the city of gold.
Yes, was they basically they arrived, and then an army of natives were trying to kill them, and so they defended themselves. How true that is, I don't fucking know, but it's good enough for a police report.
That's if you're talking about the Aztecs, when Cortez got there wasn't actually initial hostilities, right? They were in talks for as much as they could be anyway, with two languages that have no analog, right?
Yeah. It wasn't the Aztecs. It was one of the vassals of the Aztecs, like towards the southeast, if I remember right. They tried to fight the conquistadors.
Right,
failed.
but they were speaking on behalf of the court of Moctezuma II.
Yeah.
Like with full authority. It wasn't like there wasn't diplomacy between the two at the beginning. Secondly,
these ones, if I remember right, I've got the book right there. I'll double check later. But these ones were basically operating on their own prerogative. Once they started talking to Montezuma's envoys, that's when there was ceasefire. And then
it's Moctezuma. Montezuma is a modern affectation and a butchering of the name. But sure,
I'll dead name him as much as I want.
As I said before, my empire choice would be Incan. And the reason is their dedication to road building and their willingness to do it on a freaking mountaintop.
Yeah, their dedication to vertical road building. They were kind of impressive engineering wise.
Dude, but if you think about it, they're kind of impressive. It's amazing. If you consider the fact that they utilized llamas instead of horses, had no wheel, and only rarely utilized sleds, you realize that the main form of moving stuff was people. And so having the weird little vertical ladders and stuff going up was actually more efficient than trying to run a 6% grade back and forth across the side of a mountain.
I do have to briefly butt in and say that my agreement was I got to get off at midnight because my mom wants to go beddy, but as I got an early start myself.
No problem.
We didn't talk about Vance this time, but I'm always available on the social medias and such. But I do have to hop off, I'm afraid.
Don't worry, brother. I will hoist the British flag in your name.
Yeah, I got the token to cover for me, and I also have a Brit to cover to me. Ooh, sorry. All right, God bless. That's it.
Yeah.
Love you, Cleo. Love
Nice
you all.
seeing you, bro.
Thank you so much, Sam. Like I say, drop me a message whenever. And another day, I should be more awake, and we'll spend more time. Okay. I love you.
Thank you for coming, brother.
Sweet.
Appreciate
Salute.
it.
Don't play with my heart again, Sam. Or I'll do you in, bruv. You get me, fam. Peace.
Yeah, bro.
That was Cal of the Divided Kingdom. I don't actually, Cal, drop in the chat if you want me to keep streaming to your channel, because if not, we can just kind of shift it over this way.
He's already gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he may be hearing me.
Samuel's aware.
On another device.
Gotcha. Okay.
The stream can continue.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha, Cal. All right. So if you guys are over on Cal's channel, I think he posted the link earlier in the chat. Let me see if I can find the fucking.
And if not, I'll get a fresher one for you.
Yeah. So just so if you guys are interested in continuing the conversation, you're welcome to hop over here. If not, thank you for being here and have a great night. You got that, man? Oh yeah, okay. We're just gonna put it up on the screen there so you guys can see it because I don't know how to swap that over. I'm not in his chat.
Type it in letter by letter. Yeah.
Please do.
I'll also post the. I'll also post.
Clue is sabotaging the show.
Nice.
Yep.
Hey,
No,
that's what we do.
it's actually in that chat. It's in all 3 chats right now. So okay, good.
Gotcha.
Link is pinned here. Okay, good, Cal. Have a great night. Thanks for coming, brother. We'll see you next time. Everybody else over there, if you're more than welcome to join us over here. So meantime, we will carry on. Have a good one.
We're gonna cross the streams.
Yes.
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite empire. My favorite empire is the Aquilonian Empire under Conan.
That's a fictional empire.
No, it's not.
All right, I want to change my.
No.
It is
Howard shit is
time.
total fiction. It is total fiction. He made all of that shit up.
It is the time undreamed, though I did expect you would call me crazy, so I picked out another empire.
See, first of all, I didn't know we were drinking. Second of all, I didn't know fiction was
Okay.
an option.
Okay.
I would have gone with the Jacobites.
So if I'm not allowed to do the best empire, I'll do the second best. Technically the third best, actually. Mongols. They were great.
Kublai was more stylish.
That's a good choice. That's a respectable choice. Yeah.
Very good choice. Led by one of, I would argue, the top 5 most important men in human history. Like,
yes,
arguably the only more important man I would argue is Jesus. Or
he certainly had probably the single most influential penis in all of human history.
Yep.
Well,
somebody
also
clip that, please. Somebody clip that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also because of his empire, you had a certain solidification of trade lanes as well as a dissemination of technology that would have taken another 2, 3, 4, 500 years to even have occurred. Also, you wouldn't have the country of Russia without what the Mongols did to the Kievan Rus. So, arguably one of, if not, well, I mean, Christ, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, all significantly more important than him, but he's definitely up there in the top 5.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'll give you that. Yeah, Genghis Khan's empire was impressive. Devastatingly impressive, but impressive nonetheless. It did, however, fall apart like a generation after he died because none of his sons and nephews and brothers and whatnot could, agree on who was to rule. But yeah, during his lifetime, it was pretty impressive.
The empire fell because
same
it got
kind of thing.
cooked.
The same kind of thing happened with the Macedonian Greek Empire as well, though, didn't it? After Alexander died, the whole thing
That's
was
'cause he didn't have an
completely
heir.
balkanized.
That's because he didn't have a strong enough heir. Had he been a little bit less friendly with his heroes, he might have actually had an empire that survived.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, Zephyr is asking what I am the haunter of. Let's see if it comes up if I full screen it.
Shit.
Well, you can't do that if there it is.
Author of the shitternet, my friend, because I have shitty internet.
Wow, it's been good this stream though. It's been very good.
I'm trying some new shit with like mobile hotspots and stuff because that's what I have available to me. And it seems to be working pretty well. But
Gotcha.
yeah, so I don't. So far, it seems to be working pretty well so far. It's a little bit more reliable than my Wi-Fi, which is absolute garbage. So, so I'm not that close.
That's what you get for living on the 1 acre. That's what you get for living on the 1 acre dictatorship of Malasia.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
We've had this discussion before. Fucking Kikatsu.
Yeah, and it was stupid then.
Yes, which is why I keep bringing it up. It's stupid now.
Stupid is, stupid does.
No. It's rough out here in Wyoming sometimes with the internet. It can be a shit show.
Yep.
Well, on the bright side, when the world ends,
we still have cell coverage, black spots. So like where there's you can go to certain parts of the countryside and there is no cell coverage, no satellite, no nothing, because satellites are redirected over certain areas on account of certain weaponry placements.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, on the bright side, when the world ends, your state would be a nuclear superpower.
It would actually. And funny that you mentioned that. Should a kind of balkanization or whatever happen with the United States, should each state essentially become its own country? That's one thing that the people in New York City and the people in LA like to shit on states like mine, the flyover states, right? Who produce their energy, who produce their food, who, you know, make sure that they have everything that they fucking need. They also forget that we have all the nukes.
I now have this image in my head of like the collapse of society, like that Civil War movie, but actually well done. And you have like some warlords galvanize the people of New York or galvanize the people of California to march upon the farms of the inner United States and take what is rightfully theirs from those ungrateful rurals. And they just see some like hyped up motherfucker driving on like a shitty pickup, just screaming, "Witness me!" with a fucking nuke in the back of the freaking tray in the freaking back of the pickup.
The plot is broken on this. A nuke would ruin what they were after in the first place.
No, the nuke is driving towards the army. Like it's a state of
the redneck built the nuke.
No, they took it. They took the nuke out of one of the ICBMs and then just drove at the approach.
I'm sorry, I was getting coffee. I didn't hear the rest of that. I'm sure it was a lovely story.
Yeah, basically American Mad Max.
Yo.
No,
Money means.
Here's the thing, Shadow. Is Sasquatch wasn't asking for a repeat of the story. He was just mocking you.
Oh,
in general.
Sad noises. I'll go commit seppuku, I guess.
On that kind of on that kind of note, though, is one of the things that I do find interesting is that Wyoming is one of the only states that actually has a backup plan in case we have to separate from the rest of the country, including a backup currency.
Texas does too, brother.
Yes, one of the only states.
One
that does.
of,
But yeah. If it happens,
I went shadow on you. Sorry.
Yeah, if it happens, we're in a better position than a lot of other places. Plus, we produce something like 90%, maybe closer to 87% of all of the coal needs for the power plants around not only this country but several others as well. I mean, we ship out something like 90,000 tons of coal a day.
Damn.
And we have a virtually unlimited capability to produce nuclear power if we decide to do so.
Why can't we have a nuclear power plant?
Fukushima, because somehow
that's why Japan can't have a nuclear power plant. We can't have one because people are bitches about it.
Chernobyl.
Thank you, Queen Bird. See, Queen Bird knows how to treat a Sasquatch. She moneyed me. Money now.
Queen Bird is doing more for the Southeast than the FEMA is.
That's true. Aren't we going to get rid of FEMA? Isn't that kind of what's happening?
Right. As long as we're shilling, Sasquatch also has my Cash App link up.
I can't make it work. It doesn't work. It doesn't find you when I put that in.
I don't know what the deal is. It works for other people.
You paying another guy named Samuel the Infamous?
No. It says nothing found. It says there's nothing there. Hold on, I'll try again.
That's not good.
Wait, is there some sort of authentication process you've got to go through, or what?
I shouldn't.
No, you just put your name in.
Shouldn't.
Literally, you just put your name in, and if it's not a previously used name, that like I tried to put for my personal Cash App with like my actual real name and stuff, I had to do a couple different number variations because apparently there's like 30 John Smiths. It's a good thing that's not my real name. There's like 30 different. Yeah. First name's Gabriel, so that's how you know that's a fucking lie. Like 30 different variations of my name in certain number combinations, but you get like the right number combinations and it's fine.
Yeah, I got nothing, bro. Is it a business by chance?
Yeah, it might be.
Oh,
I don't recall.
Oh,
when I set it up.
I wonder how I do that.
It should just take you directly to it, but that is the correct link because it's copied directly from my Cash App.
Yes, it is. I went specifically and copied it. I did it on my phone too, which is why it disappoints me that I can't send you $1.
Gotcha.
Yo dollar.
Dollar bills, y'all.
It's fair.
Oh, wait, I forgot to do my thing.
You know,
I
but
made a
that's
thing.
the thing.
Hold on. No. No one can interfere with the thing. Says every time a bell rings, a Sasquatch gets more bling.
Nice.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah. That's the whole thing.
So here's the thing. Make stupid people famous. Samuel is not my name.
Yes.
So that may be true for Samuel, but my name is Samiel. There's also a Samael, which is poison of God,
and Samael.
But that's
Samael is jizz.
Much higher ranking. I don't think that's actually what that means, but it is old Enoch. It's actually. Here's the other thing: is both Samael and Samiel are not Hebrew; they're Enochian, which it has similarness to it. But yeah, it's a little bit different. It's got a whole different alphabet.
Wait. So what's an Enochian?
Enochian is a language named Enoch, as in the prophet Enoch, right. The one who talked to angels.
Yeah, it was supposedly the angelic language.
Oh, Enochian. I heard like Enochian, Enoch. Okay, like Cain's kid. Okay,
he's trying to tell you can't speak English.
No, I can't speak English. I sprechen the Deutsch.
I'm pretty sure Enoch's not English, bro.
It's not.
Mm-hmm. No.
So,
great
yeah,
place.
No, the name, the handle I use is Enochian.
Yeah.
So
hey,
I've been using it so goddamn long. I don't remember what it means though. Huh?
Give me the big screen.
Give you the big screen. All right.
He just wants to be the star.
Every time a bell rings.
Okay, so I feel like this is not the correct one because it says they have Hebrew origin, but according to the Hebrew translation, it is God is my God.
Which one?
Samael. Samiel in Hebrew is God is my God. I'm looking for the Enochian.
Yeah.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
You're not. Here's the thing about Enochian. You're not going to find a direct correlation, a direct translation, because it's
no, not
you know how Klingon is a real language that people can learn in colleges and shit, but it comes from like something that is not in the current real world that we exist in. Same deal, except this is like much more ancient.
Yeah, and I am getting Samael, not Samuel. So
with the A.
Yes, AE.
Okay,
is what I'm getting right now.
Yeah, with the A. Yeah, with the A is a different dude entirely than. So I took the name from a very obscure fallen angel who was referred to as Samuel the Blind, because he was one of those beings. He wasn't actually blind, but he had an inability to see anything beyond the black and the white. There were no shades of gray for him. It's kind of how he ended up as a fallen angel, because he didn't see any compromise whatsoever. But he wasn't particularly high ranking or anything like that. Samael, on the other hand, with the A, is closer to the level of someone like Belial or Asmodeus, like Prince of Hell level.
Gotcha.
Right, just below or equivalent to Lucifer.
I always liked the whole mythos surrounding Asmodeus. It's such a nefarious nice guy.
I mean, he's kind of nice right up until he fucks you with no lube.
Sure, it's definitely a bad deal. It's just that it's good all the way up until it's really bad. He'll teach you stuff. He'll teach you all kinds of stuff right before he kills you.
This conversation is reminding me of the worst Monopoly called Sola Infernum, which is basically just like hell, but as a board game.
Sure. Before we go too much further, though, I should probably say this to people who are not familiar with the way that this show goes. We start out with a topic and we see where it goes, and sometimes it goes to some strange and weird places, and we end up talking about real random shit sometimes. So just keep
And your
that in
fingers
mind. It's
sneaky.
less structured than I
And you
made
have
it
to
appear.
explain to your wife where you were.
Right? You know, but yeah, there's a particular demon that I'm thinking of. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head. Lucifuge Rofocale. So this particular demon, the reason that I bring him up is because I used to do this thing when I was a kid. And again, when I was a kid, I'm in like 17 years old or whatever. And I would go into these like Wesleyan churches because they all got this guest book that you can sign in on, right? And you couldn't get into the actual church after hours, but you get into the sort of foyer area, and they'd have the guest book laid out with the nice pen and the nice vellum pages and all that shit. And I would, sign in with the name of Lucifuge Rofocale, which is funny because he was the demon in charge of making contracts happen.
That's kind of silly. That's kind of silly.
I mean, look, if the people who ran those churches actually knew their demonology, they'd get a kick out of that joke. They'd also be a little pissed because demon stuff in a church, but still.
That's the sad thing is
it was funny to me.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't recognize the joke and would just think like, what the fuck? What is this? Hey, Stormcrow.
Yo, Crow, what up?
Yeah.
Word to your mom and them,
that
bro.
occurred to me too. Is like this possibly too obscure of a reference for some of the more modern churches who don't pay any attention to the old names at all. But
I don't think demonology is a standard thing for modern priests, frankly.
Which is honestly one of the worst things the Enlightenment did, and one of the worst things humanism did, is there's just so much cool shit in like the old school Christian folklore and Christian religion that I wish we still talked about, but we don't, and it makes me sad. There's so much cool shit. So much.
Right.
Every time you open your mouth,
this
I
is
hate
something
you a
that
little bit more.
Oh,
That
don't be
is-
rude to him.
No, it's fine. I hear the exact same thing from my parents, from my mirror.
Yeah, no,
from
I
my
can see that.
dogs. That's
From
what
your
everyone says.
girlfriend,
Or-
from your
I don't have one of
pastor,
those.
from your doctor,
Your
from
dog.
your therapist.
Until you reproduce,
From
you
your
will
dog.
continue to be a disappointment to us all.
Yes, I'm fully aware. Again, same shit my dad says. What's your point?
Reproduce.
Yeah.
Go get a half dozen baby
yeah.
bubbles. You'll feel better. But strippers named Tina.
Honestly,
No.
yeah. If you wanna like lecture to people with little knowledge of obscure events and peoples from history, like
That's what children are
probably
for,
the
bro.
best way to go. Make some.
Quantity or quality over quantity. I'm not stalling. Well, I am stalling, but I'm not stalling.
I
You
knew
get
that
my
was
point.
coming. I did. I could have put money on.
Yeah,
it.
no, I
That
got
was
the
coming.
reference.
Totally.
You're
I didn't
more,
like
you're more of an Ivan the Terrible type with your children.
Yeah.
you.
I'm trying to remember because I know there's a
He stabbed his
misconception
son in
about
the
how
head.
Yeah.
Right, I remember that, but I remember something about.
Well, he kind of deserved it.
I'm trying to remember because I remember there was
Well, yeah,
some
but
misconception
still.
about. Hold on, let me check. Let me check. I remember there was some misconception about how he raised his kids.
This is where he pretends to read.
The book upside down?
No, book
He's
friends.
not a 50-50 shot at that.
All right, here we go.
That's the table of contents.
Okay, how would you know if you can't read if the book's right up or not?
It's 50-50, man. He's just guessing.
Taking a shot in the dark.
Right?
I mean, just find a page with a pretty picture on it and then pick a random word
Okay, I'll do that.
and make a
You'd have
noise.
to be able to read the word
Okay,
first.
forward.
That's gonna be
Forward.
Orthodox.
For those who
There you
don't
go.
know, I was raised Mormon, and one of the things that Mormons do is they hand out books of Mormons like they're fucking candy to kids from a van, right?
I've got a Book of Mormon on my desk right now.
Parade.
Mhm.
Yes. So when I was a kid, my mom took me to this, big to do at one of the major sites. I think I was actually in I was either in Manti or I was in Brigham City, It was in Utah. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. And they had on this table just a pile of Books of Mormon translated into different languages, right, from all over the world. And I picked up one, and they were all free to take. So I took one that is in, I believe, Mandarin Chinese, right? I believe, because I can't fucking read Chinese. I still can't read Chinese, but I picked it up because I was 7 years old, and the writing was very pretty to me. I still have the copy of that. That's it. That's the whole story.
I have my wife's grandmother sailed around the world like half a dozen times, and on each trip she would bring back like really weird things from these other places. And one of the things she brought was a Muslim prayer cloth. And when I started my channel, it was hanging in my living room, and I did my jokes in front of the Muslim prayer cloth. And a whole lot of dark-skinned folks got very upset with me.
Yeah,
they were very descriptive on what they were going to do to me if they ever found me. And I told them I'd make damn sure they get me on the first try, because I don't want to send their mother the cleaning bills of my rugs. I'm in Georgia.
Yeah, and then he burnt a Quran.
How are you
on
still
stream.
alive, Mr. Squatch?
Here's the most
could do like the Hindus do and like just roll 7 pig heads into a mosque at prayer time.
I'm just saying, this one gentleman in comments explained to me the situation, what it was, why it would be considered offensive, and I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. I could still just not give a shit, right? He's like, oh, yes, absolutely. He's like, but you'll continue having this type of engagement. And I said, well, the engagement helps the channel, whether it's positive or negative. And I would rather just not respond to them than change anything I'm doing. But I will definitely do something different in the future, you know, because I'd already like filmed 25 more jokes. They were just going to get over that. And unfortunately, that's it.
Can we admit that Brigham Young University sounds a lot like Brigham Young University? Just wanted to put that in there.
Are you fixing to go off in
gematria?
You
know, it's named after a dude. It's like a dude's name, right? The
yeah,
guy who founded
I know
Utah.
the founder,
his
but
name
it sounds a lot like Brigham Young University.
I guess I've never thought of it like that, and I've heard the name my whole life.
Is that the one?
Your mind is not as dirty as mine.
It's because I was raised Mormon, Clue.
Yes,
but what
that's
happened?
the PD School of Business.
Yeah, what happened was I discovered boobs and caffeine.
Caffeine to do it, man.
Were they young?
They were my age, and I was young, so I guess.
Yeah, no, see, now you get in fuzzy territory, or at least it will be in a few years.
Right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So, no.
Okay,
I don't know. I never thought of it that way, Clue. That's kind of what. Look, there's some shady, fucking ugly shit that happens in that church. There's shady, ugly shit that happens in all fucking churches, right?
That is true.
For the most part. It's not the thing, and not just churches, but in any institution really where there's any kind of, one person's got power over a bunch of other fucking people. There's always going to be somebody who uses that as an opportunity to prey on people, right? That's not to say that all preachers and all Mormon bishops and all teachers and all that are predators, but what better place to find prey to sate your predatory needs than by going to where the prey are, right? So you're gonna get people who get in there and they're going to be doing these awful fucking things, and it's gonna happen anytime that you have any kind of organization.
Yep.
It sucks, but there it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell, not even an organization. You could have some kind of like informal group, some kind of club. Like there's this one that I'm a part of. This is one guy, Samael, and some of the stuff that he's done with his tentacles, I don't want to get into. Not good.
So here's okay. So, but here's the thing is I'm not we talk about teachers bad, Catholic priests bad, or whatever. I don't think that's the case. I think that we're not looking at the root problem, and the problem is that those organizations provide camouflage for predators. They do not engender predators. They are not automatically predators because they belong to these organizations. These are places that predators seed themselves. They insinuate themselves into the
same in
the hunting
politics and the
grounds, if you
corporate
will.
world. Yeah,
The cabal.
Absolutely.
Which is why you need more dragon slayers.
Predators are the same all over. Yeah.
We need more dragon slayers, but unfortunately, everyone wants to protect the dragons rather than slay the dragons.
There are so few dragons left. Someone must step up for those who cannot speak for themselves.
Well, see, that's the thing. These aren't dragons. Dragons are easy to spot.
Right.
Dragons are very easy to spot. They're huge. They fly. They breathe fire. Right.
I think you find mine were the most
talking
profound
about
words there.
Say church is your church is a placid lake, right? It's a cool lake. It's pure water. It's good to drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
That church is a safe haven. It's a place that can sustain you, right? I realize I'm kind of going ham with this metaphor, but
no, you're good.
You're the cute little lamb, and you wander up and you drink from the lake. Well, the predator, the priest in sheep's clothing, if you will, is the gator that lurks just beneath the surface that you can't see. The dragon you can see coming because it flies and it breathes fucking fire.
I'll push back and say some dragons are insidious. You notice some dragons, like the motherfuckers running around with knives or driving cars into people, and then some dragons lay in the lake. Just wait, like an alligator, or they pretend to be a tree. Wait for you to walk by, snatch you up, and then, well, the tree got, or you got by the tree. No. You're more focused on the dragons.
But my point is these guys,
not the dragons you can't.
Sure, but that's kind of my point is that these guys they cloak themselves in layers of trust.
Yeah.
The cabal, like the cabal does.
Which cabal would that be, Clue?
Wait, you have trust?
No, I just
there are more than one.
Say it aloud.
There's plenty of cabals. There's lots of cabals. Sam has seen many cabals. No?
I mean, yeah, they tend to rise and fall like everything else. They come and they go, and it's what's funny to me is people talk about like, oh, it's this ancient Moloch worshiping death cult of baby killers and Satan worshipers and all this stuff that goes all the way back to the time of the ancient Hebrews. It's like, no, it's not. Those people are fucking dead. You're seeing a new iteration of a similar concept, but these are not the same fucking people that it was back then. It's the fact that it happens independently in multiple places in different times in history without any connection to each other leads me to believe that is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
The
not all insidious groups are the same.
This is true.
Yeah. This cult has only been around since the 1600s.
I would say probably even later than that, man. I'd probably say maybe early 19th century.
Yeah, no, absolutely 1800s with like the Marxist shit. I was making a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
No, I wasn't even talking about Marxists. I was talking about Rockefellers and Rothschilds who have been in power for about 400 or 500 years.
Those are the ones you can see. Those are the ones you can see. What about the ones you can't see? Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing: is we couldn't see them for the longest fucking time. They've only come out into the open in the last, say, 50 years or so. The average person had no fucking idea who Rothschild was, what that name was. How much influence that name had. You're talking about like in European society, they're still reeling from all the fucking damage the Habsburgs did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, Andy.
And the Rothschilds were the ones who swooped in and they bought up all of that fucking power that the Habsburgs left lying around with their fucking inbred shenanigans. Piece by piece by piece until they had hoarded enough of it that they became the de facto power. Even though they're not technically royalty, even though they're not technically in charge of anything, they are.
No. Who needs royalty? It's only legitimacy. You can bullshit your way through legitimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, royalty always starts at the point of a sword, doesn't it? Like you come in, you take it, and then you pass it on to the next generation of your progeny. That's how it always is.
Oh, absolutely.
Royalty is for whoever can take the crown. You know, the Windsors, the current royal family in England aren't even the original
German.
line at all. They're Germans.
Yeah, they're fucking Germans. And then the ones they took over were French, and then the ones that were taken over from them were the first, like, you don't even have the original, like, bloodline of Alfred the Great, who was the grandfather of England. Power, or legitimacy, ultimately derives from power, and power comes from force, and ultimately force stems from the ability to mobilize violence. So whoever's got more of these is king.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned
Stop flashing gang weapons.
This isn't a gang weapon. This is a weapon of mass destruction in Abe's country, I'll have you know.
Actually, we prefer rusty
You think he'd
spoons.
go to jail just for being on a panel with that thing?
Probably. Unironically, I should probably
Possibly,
put it away.
yes.
Wait, Abe, is this good with, like, Sharia law in your country? This is like St. Michael. Do I need to put this up, or are you safe?
Wow.
I couldn't tell you, because at this point it sort of seems like our government's just making it up as it goes along, regardless of the law.
That is accurate. That's exactly what's happening.
Okay, so it's not Sharia law yet, because otherwise you would know guaranteeably that that's a problem. So you're fine for
Mm-hmm.
No, it's chaos. It's chaos at this point. Sharia is going to step in at the point where the chaos becomes so untenable that they need some kind of rigid structure. Something has to make the madness stop. Well, the Muslims have a fucking solution.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it's going to
Squat
go.
on the ruins. Their solution is squat on the ruins, like they did to the Babylonians, like they did to the Byzantines, the Egyptians.
Bruh.
Persians, to an extent.
We're aware of history in general.
Hmm.
The chat might not be. You could explain it to them.
I feel like Sam would shoot me if I did.
Right. So why even take a jaunt down that pathway if you know it's rife with danger?
Immaturity.
Grow up, egg. Reproduce.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sam's gone, so how's the
Sorry,
weather?
my shit went crazy for a second.
Shitternet.
Yeah, I was going to start shit.
It's not the solution that I'm using is not a perfect solution, but it is better than it has been, is it not?
Oh, very
That's
good.
so
I think
far.
you've only
yeah,
had
definitely.
You've only had like one shitter net moment, and it was like incredibly tame. How's the weather?
Yeah. Yeah. It didn't even boot me all the way out. So, yeah. The weather. Fuck the weather. Fuck
Progress, not
everything
perfection.
about the weather. Stupid goddamn weather.
Okay, fine.
Yes,
we won't talk
progress,
about the
not
weather.
perfection.
The only thing I know about Wyoming is
No, I just-
I-90. That's it. Never been
Yeah, it's
outside
bigger
of
than that.
I-90 in Wyoming.
There's like 7 people there.
It's quite a bit bigger than that.
Chuck.
Jesus
get it.
fuck. It's not 7
There's
people here.
there's a
And
there's
you know
a
what
plant
we
that
now
looks
have?
like
You know,
perpetually Christmas over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's yeah. That's just
white
in one
lights
part of the
all year
it's,
round.
It's a
Looks
pretty
like
big
a big
state.
Christmas building.
We are the 9th largest state in the union, so you know there's a lot of stuff out here. It's just mostly dead and brown.
It's flat.
And windy.
Windy.
Except for
Yeah.
the mountains. The mountains are not
That
flat
is.
and windy. Well, they're windy, but they're they're not. Like if you ever go down to Laramie, Wyoming, which is in the southern part of it, right? Laramie sits in a part where you have Vitavu on one side and you have an offshoot of the Rockies on the other side, and it creates this sort of valley. But given that everything's coming off the high plains, it also creates this constant, uninterrupted, never ceases windfall.
Mm-hmm.
So bring a kite.
Oh
what
man,
you're
yeah,
saying?
it's a great place for flying kites, but it will also drive you crazy because the sound of the wind never stops.
It's like
Yeah.
pandemonium.
What does it sound like? Can you give us a like a reenactment?
Oh my
It's like-
God, you suck.
Now imagine that for 5 fucking years.
I think I could deal with it.
I can. That's
like
literally our
white
weather
noise.
non-stop. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's
white
why
noise
you
of
guys are
wind.
losing your shit over there, because you're all gone crazy.
I mean, that's always been the case, in all fairness.
Right. Well, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't expect too much of a culture that refers to chicken sandwiches as fucking burgers.
Or a culture that discovered half the
And
spices.
here we go.
Actually,
Here we
used it.
go. Top 4.
You don't. No. Hold up. You don't get to say "here we go" because you have actively started parts 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's true.
And the
That was
first
all
one, in
you.
all fairness,
That was
as
all
well.
you, That's true.
Damn. Wait, is Abe Austrian with the amount of major conflicts he started, out of curiosity?
Not quite.
No, I'm British, which means we started far more.
Yeah, that's actually accurate. Yeah.
Yes.
Those weren't conflicts. Those were mild disagreements with natives.
No, you're absolutely
They
right.
created new
We just
countries.
railroaded almost
Kerfuffles.
everyone.
Exactly. Exactly. Not only with railroads, but in the position. It was
We most cultures we railroaded, then built railroads for them.
Exactly.
Look, built railroads.
Exactly.
It's debatable who they were for exactly.
The British Empire was the reverse Lily Phillips.
Zillage, I love you, buddy. Shut up.
They're according to the FDA, they're
Hey,
sandwiches.
no. In that vein, I have a question. What is a pierogi?
Sandwich adjacent.
Pierogi's like a pig in a blanket, right? I mean, like that's the kind of concept we're talking about. Where it's sort of got a wrap around the filling.
Yeah, it wouldn't be classed as a sandwich or a burger or anything even remotely like that over here, because it'd be part of its own class of foods, like a dumpling.
Per U.S. tax codes, it would be
sandwich calzone's a pastry,
so they could tax it.
Yeah,
we refer to a
pastry.
calzone as a calzone pizza.
You also refer to cookies as biscuits, so your language is not exactly viable.
No, look, I need to clarify this for the 10
pie,
billionth time.
A calzone is a
right?
pastry.
Right? No, there's more to all of this, right? Cookies are a kind of biscuit. Right?
What?
So
biscuit can have sugar.
We have got so many different types of biscuits.
I understand, but in order to have a more interesting conversation, I want to talk about the Cash App that's right here on my screen. And the one that's up here. Grifting is more fun than whatever that was.
Can we agree? Can we agree on one thing here? I've been saying this since
probably not.
I just started on Facebook in 2009.
There's your problem.
If a pizza is a pie, a lasagna is a cake.
All right.
I'd agree
All
with
right, bro.
That is true.
Hold up.
A cake.
There's no sugar
It has
in that
to be a
lasagna,
cake
bro.
if pizza's a pie.
No. Pies aren't necessarily sweet. So you can have shepherd's pies.
Pizza is a pie, though.
So if pizza is a pie, you can't say lasagna is a cake because it's actually
like meat pies.
Hold on. Let's see what the U.S. tax code says.
Lasagna is a cake because pizza is a pie.
That does not follow, sir. Lasagna is merely an Italian casserole.
Hold on.
I mean, Shadow's kind of right there, because ultimately all of the definitions do boil down to every different country's tax codes.
Don't encourage him.
How can the government
I'll give him
utilize
this one.
tax to affect language? Let's find out.
Give him wood, he'll take the rest.
You can
yes,
put
no,
candles
absolutely.
in a lasagna and it'd be just fine.
Give me a
candle
centimeter.
Sir, I have had lasagna for my birthday, and it will melt right into the middle of it. Candles in lasagna is a bad idea.
I love the taste.
Okay, you don't not when you take it out the oven. When you let it cool a little bit, then you put the candles in there once it's cool.
Who wants cold
A
lasagna?
little bit, not
Ew.
cold, but cooled
You're a
down a
weirdo.
little bit.
Absolutely fucking communists.
Cold lasagna is also still delicious.
Cake
Okay, so
is hot
ChatGPT
too.
No, that's
German
common talk,
chocolate
bro.
cake is hot.
Okay, so ChatGPT is not working, so I've got another way to trigger people. Would you
Oh,
guys like
no.
to see a video of a
He's lost. He can't do anything now that ChatGPT's down. What is he going to do?
Correct.
Who's going to write his term papers? Who's going to sign his tickets?
No, I'm going to show you guys a video of someone making fried pizza.
Hold on. I'm from the
Okay.
South. We try everything. I want to
All
see
right.
this.
Yeah, I'm
curious.
curious. I'm curious. Let's entertain
I'm
this.
hungry.
Yeah.
Tube is being slow. Hold on. Cook fried pizza.
Pineapple upside down cake is a casserole. Weed and lasagna
Casserole
sounds
supremacists
good.
in the chat.
Hey, no,
Oh, you
no,
casserole
seriously,
supremacists in the chat. You know I'm telling the truth.
The second time I came across mushrooms, I ate like a mess of freaking spaghetti and found out later that the mushrooms in there were special. And the way I found out was tracers.
Nice.
I was like, what is going on? Everybody giggling maniacally. There's this one sober guy who was like, you're tripping.
Nice.
I fucking tweet like a teenage girl. I've got to go deep into my Twitter. Oh, here we go. I found it.
So deep.
So deep.
Hold on. Here we go.
You walked into that.
Here we go.
Should do.
This is why I'm not permitted to start a cult, because they follow.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Always.
Wait, we were doing something?
I'm sharing fried pizza, but Sam's not pulling it
Oh,
up.
yeah, fried pizza, right.
Oh, my God.
Sam is being attacked by the shitternet right now.
Me too.
Yeah.
I suspect my computer's going to crash here in like the next few minutes, and I'll try to come back.
Oh.
Sweet.
Wait, no, that's not the wrong. That's not the.
Like,
Why is it sharing? It's sharing the wrong window.
That's because you suck at this job. You should
There we
quit.
go. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. All right. So when it's up, let me know.
You want me to bring this up?
Yes.
you gotta
The reticence in Sam's voice then has me concerned.
Are you sure?
I mean,
I've got it.
It's
I've
going
got
to
it
be
full
some
screen.
like.
Is this going to get us blocked from YouTube?
Next level leftover pizza.
Yeah, this is.
Pineapple on
how I
pizza.
feel
Fuck
about
that.
this.
Turn it off.
All right, child.
No,
Turn
let's
that
keep
shit
going.
off.
What?
I mean, the grill on the cheese was just right.
Look, I know you're fishing for a third in your relationship with your, sister Susie, but you don't have to use the pineapples on the internet to try to advertise the lack of your unicorn in your relationship.
Well, I don't even have a relationship, so who the fuck are you talking about?
You know, Rosie and her 5 sisters.
Yeah, no, they left me.
Fuck.
Even they
You have no
they
hands?
fucking left. No, I've got them. They just
Show me the
took
hooks.
they just took half of everything.
Then they
Under restraining
can't
order.
leave. They can't. You know what you need to read, kid, is a short story by Clive Barker called "The Body Politic," in which hands and feet actually rebel against the host bodies.
There's
Just
an
read that
even more
story,
poignant
and then-
That's
and
kinda
more
scary.
appropriate story that's actually from ancient Greece that was written by Plato himself, and it's called "These Nuts, Motherfucker."
That one's good too.
Mm-hmm.
I say as if I've ever read it.
Should do is like, what is that on Amazon?
No, I'm just half.
It's like how you spelling D's.
No, I'm just.
Is that a Z or EEZ or EZ?
I'm just half asleep and wanting to read this.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you need to expand your horizons a little bit. Read some of Clive Barker's early horror, and by early horror I mean Books of Blood. Very early horror. You know, good stuff.
And the night.
He gets a little like weird and like Gabriel Garcia Marquez like surrealist later on in his novels, but the early stuff is straight up horror.
Wait, so I should read fiction like this?
Zephyr says she smoked PCP at school once. Thought she was smoking a normal joint, but no. That was an interesting day.
I did PCP once and then woke up 20 years later like, What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, you'd worked a job and retired it. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Who's the bitch? How'd that happen? Lockdown? What?
I don't know, man.
He finally got the joke.
But
I'm
yes,
so
kid.
proud of him.
I know. It
I
took
heard
me a
that
second.
Xanax story you
I'm-
told on Wrestler's Sasquatch about you went to sleep and woke up in prison. I mean, in jail.
Dude, I spent no, dude. We got prisons here, right? So, like, when you get picked up on like a late Friday night, Saturday morning, something like that,
Yeah.
your ass gets put in the fish tank over here with the rest of the prisoners, right?
Dang.
You're kept in like general population for however until they come get you out.
Oh, so
And,
you don't have like separate drunk tanks?
Well, there are separate drunk tanks, but depending on what you're picked up for and under what conditions, they may decide to keep you until like the actual arraignment Monday. Usually, you can just sign a piece of paper and you bond out. You go to the drunk tank for a couple hours, you get out. I had rear-ended an undercover FBI agent who was
Oh shit!
on
Dang.
duty.
You got out yesterday.
Who was on duty doing surveillance, and thereby the actual accident was not only never reported, but got swept under the rug as far as the case was concerned.
Nice.
Now, I knew something diabolical had taken place. Now I was fucked up as a field rat. I'm not gonna lie. But when I got out and tried to give that woman my insurance card, she looked at me and said, "Man, you fucked way more up than that." And I looked at her truck, and it had an extended hitch on it that had totally stove in the front of my truck, but her truck didn't even have a scratch on it. And I was like, "Huh, doesn't look that way to me." And I tucked it into her fingers and went back to the truck and climbed back in, waiting for the cops to show up because my shit wasn't going nowhere, bro. It was fucked up.
Damn, Zephyr, what were you smoking? Can I get some of that? That sounds like a fucking great time.
Yeah, but how would you know?
Valid. I'll just stick to battery
That's
acid.
my point. What, meth?
Battery acid.
Yeah.
Meth.
No,
You know the battery acid
No,
is the ingredient in meth, right?
no, no. I just open up Duracell batteries and suck it like marrow out of a bone.
There's no battery.
No,
Duracell.
Here, okay, so
gets up
YouTube,
on the
everybody
tingle.
out there, do not do what Shadow just said, because every
No.
ingredient that goes
It's
into
a
methamphetamine on its own by itself can outright kill you.
Mhm.
Don't do that.
You gotta have disclaimers when you have Shadoo on.
Man,
I mean, we're
What's wrong
talking
with
about
you?
battery acid, we're talking muriatic acid, we're talking hydrochloric acid, we're talking fucking red and blue phosphorus. You know, I mean,
I feel free to lick batteries.
stop
You
it.
know.
Whoa,
but-
no more
People in the
ingredients.
chat are
bro.
writing this down. What else you said? What was that again?
I stopped.
How long
There's
do you
more.
cook this for?
Red
No,
Devil.
Okay, so I need a
I'm still
spoon.
writing.
I need a lighter. Okay. Okay.
No, that's for,
Fuck
that's
are
for,
my
that's for
crayons?
heroin.
Where the fuck are my crayons? I'm looking for a snack.
There you go. He's got
Saw
the
your
munchies
mom
now.
get some chicken nuggies.
Wait, where the fuck? I spent $5. Where the fuck are those crayons?
He wants to eat crayons. He's practicing to be a Marine.
No, he's already smoked them.
No, eat them. Eat them. The joke. I'm trying to be Marine. I got to get used to eating crayons.
Yeah, but what color do you
Some
use, sir?
man-
Blue. Blue's the best. Gal thinks it's
Blue.
green. Gal is wrong.
Blue.
Blue is the best.
No, sir. What makes the grass grow?
Nitrogen.
Oh, you're gonna get so stomped on by those guys.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Let me know when you figure it out, bro.
Concern. Great concern.
You should be concerned. What makes the grass grow? Anyone else? Sam's shitterdat's acting up.
Rondo makes the grass grow.
No, I was just waiting.
Yes, thank you. Make stupid people famous. Blood, blood, blood.
Oh, blood. Okay. Blood makes the grass grow. I thought it was nitrogen.
Once the blood biodegrades a little bit.
Gotcha.
Once it's covered red, pretty magenta red, and then turns black, and then it turns a deep and vibrant
It's got
green.
electrolytes. I like the idiocracy references we're getting here. This is great.
Electrolytes.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the great things about this fucking show and these people on this panel. I love all of them to death, and we are very much like the president's cabinet in Idiocracy sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that a few years ago when Terry Crews reprised his role to do some fake presidential candidate adverts?
I didn't actually know. That's funny. I didn't know about that. I hadn't heard that he was doing a whole lot of anything in like mainstream anything because, you know, he got canceled a while back, kind of not wanting to be fucked in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently that's kind of fallen out of vogue.
Yeah, good.
Go figure.
I you know what? I respect Terry Crews for fucking calling that shit out. You know, he got fucked over. He just
literally,
you know, he stood up and he said his piece. And I'm, you know, good for him.
I mean, he's talked about a lot of topics that have been kind of verboten for a long time.
You know, the actor that got burned the hardest by all of that, I think, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was top of the world. He was one of the top. He was up there with Tom Cruise, and then he said no to something behind the scenes and vanished like a fart in the wind until like last year.
Yeah.
But it was a couple years ago. He did this movie called The Whale, and he did a TV show called I can't remember what it is now. It's the Doom Patrol. Which the first season of Doom Patrol is pretty fucking good. After that, it gets like real gay and real stupid. But before that, it was
that's got Ben Shapiro's sister in it, right?
Who?
Apparently, there's some superhero show where one
Abby
of the main
giant tits. You mean Abby Shapiro?
Yeah,
the gigantic.
Abby Shapiro.
Yeah, she's an actress. I didn't know she was an actress. No, she's not in Doom Patrol, as far as I know. If she is, I didn't recognize her.
Abby Shapiro, IMDb.
So there's a couple of clips I put in the private chat there. The second one is more of like an actual official advertisement. So it's probably more appropriate. The first one's longer. Even the second one's like 4 minutes long. Or you can just skim through it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play, I think, the whole thing, but
no.
Like, first I gotta see if I can play the thing on that. I just gotta watch music. So to screen. Hopefully this don't fuck up. Like has a tendency to do.
I can't find what she was in, so I guess I was lied to. Happens often.
Yeah, I don't recall her being in Doom Patrol. There's a bunch of other people in there. Alan Tudyk's in it. You know, but,
I'll take your word for it. I've never seen it.
Brendan Fraser. Watch the first season. First season's fun, but after that, it just gets fucking stupid.
Same advice. Same advice you gave about Altered Carbon.
I never watched Zoo.
No, I think my kid watched it.
All right, so all right, Zoo is the perfect example of a show that was completely written out in the first season, and when it got released, it was huge, and they were like, second season, and they were like, what do you mean second season? Like, we're tapped out, and so they brought in some guest writers to write parts of the second season, and it just ruined everything. All of the chemistry was gone. There was absolutely nothing to it. It was horrible. First season was great.
So this is from a channel called Den of Geek. So yeah, just if we're gonna play a thing, we gotta shout them out. So
what the fuck? What the?
Have you not seen Idiocracy, kid?
I have not. What the fuck am I looking at?
So that's a no. Jesus Christ. I don't think we can go any further with this until you watch Idiocracy.
Well, so I don't have to. So that the stream doesn't get derailed, I'll pop out. I need to get a run in today, so I might as well leave right now and get that done before it gets too late.
No,
yes,
no, you will.
Yes.
You will sit here and you will be shamed like a goddamn man.
Shame.
I've been shamed.
Shame.
And it will inspire you to watch the film.
Shame.
Chat, wherever you be at. Shame in the chat for Shadow. Write shame out.
Shame.
I want to see it, all caps.
Shame.
See, Gal tried this with realizing I've never seen X-Files. Didn't work. I still haven't seen it.
You've never seen X-Files? What the fuck?
Bring that up again. Extra shame for that.
What?
Shame.
Oh my god.
This man's working on Blood Eagle. Shame.
I've seen Mad Max Furiosa. Does that count?
No. God. No. Make it stop. Shame. Shame.
Well, everyone, I've been the Shadow Tonight. Later tonight,
Shame Zillage too while you're at it.
Shame No, don't shame Zillage. No. Shame me. Zillage did nothing wrong. You can hop over to my channel. 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time. I'll be streaming Crusader Kings 3 using a Lord of the Rings mod. Gonna be trying to save the world, or at least die trying. So that should be a little bit of fun. And then Monday night will be episode, I think 19. Fuck, it's been a lot of episodes of Sword Coast and Sorcery.
Not the X-Files.
Not the X-Files, nope. My D&D campaign over on my channel. Monday nights, the party just got done with Minds of Fendelver, so that means I'm going to give them a break, right? And I'm not going to bully them, right? Hopefully not.
I just have to stress, Idiocracy is like an hour and 22 minutes long. Make time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Spaceballs?
Oh, I love Spaceballs.
Go away.
Have a good night, everybody.
Get the fuck off my stream.
Oh my god.
Go away.
Spaceballs is the cost of admission to our little club.
It's a robot.
Holy shit, kid. Look, all right. So for those of you
I'm
who
going to
want
blame
to check
you.
out
You did
Shadow of
this.
Hawk stuff, his link is in the description below on my channel. You can definitely find him easily that way. Because small channel, it's difficult to find if you just type it into the chat, or into the search algorithm. But definitely go support him, and also definitely show up in his live chats whenever he's live and shame him for not seeing anything that is worth a damn, apparently. Anyhow, I think we will probably start wrapping it up here ourselves. So
even within the past couple of years, Mel Brooks was talking about doing another Spaceballs movie.
Yeah,
but he was but in classic fashion, he was going to call it Spaceballs 3 in search of Spaceballs 2.
Yeah. Well,
that would make sense.
Let's be honest.
More money.
You know good and well that would be entirely culturally captured by the Hollywood elite, and it would come across as they would have what was the main guy's name in that movie? I can't remember. Something ridiculous. Not the other guy, the one, the Han Solo clone.
Lone Star.
Oh yeah.
Lone Star. That's right. Lone Star will have a daughter who's cheekier and better at everything than him.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what happened with History of the World Part 2, isn't it?
Oh yeah. You saw how that went.
Because I avoided that movie, but yeah, the first one's great. The first one's awesome. The whole Jews in space thing, like he predicted Jewish space lasers, right? Mel Brooks did. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. He was trying to warn us all. So, that said, I think we probably will wrap it up here ourselves. We've had a good couple of hours of John about random shit. It's been fun though, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go around the horn and let people know where you be. We'll start with the Showmeister himself, Caucasian Sasquatch.
Why do you have a horn anyway?
I have several horns. Which one?
I'm Caucasian Sasquatch. I'm on YouTube. Sometimes I pretend to be a comedian. Sometimes it's funny. The jokes are fake. The laughs are real. You can keep those. Money me, money now, right? Because I've recently been infected by flow state. I've taken up shilling as a secondary hobby. Tomorrow, I have the blast radius with Captain Curmudgeon. We're going over the insanity with Zelensky at the White House. Monday, I have a debate on deportation versus the optics involved in deportation, where I am taking the deport regardless of optics. That any attempt to care about optics will remove the effectiveness, some level of effectiveness to the deportation agenda. Anyway, I was asked to take up a side. That was the one available. So there we are. Tuesday, I have the Naughty Corner with AJOT, American Justice of Texas. And next Thursday, I have a Sasquatch Shills with Marathon Kev. That's all at 8 p.m. Eastern, with the exception of the debate with the Raging Tomato. I think it's at 9:15 Eastern. I think. So everybody go do stuff with us. We'll have a big old time. They're probably going to bury me in that debate, so it should be fun.
Yeah, it should be. It should be
Cool.
a good time. You know, especially for those of us who are watching
Sam.
and not. Yes. Yes, money. As always, there is a Cash App pinned at the top of the chat. But again, all donations appreciated. No donation is obligatory. So,
Except for 69 cents.
Abe, what do you got coming up? Assuming that you don't get thrown in jail for associating with us uncouth Americans.
What I'm definitely going to be on is a gaming stream on Tomby's channel on Tuesday, and the Hump Day Chinwag that we do, another panel show on Wednesday night. Thursday, sometimes we have a gaming night, sometimes we don't. So that one's kind of up in the air. What? No, Abe. And then on Saturday, Saturday, you'll see me on Beelzebub. Then you'll see me on Anime After Dark, and then back here at this show.
Yes. Slight announcement. Abe has graciously agreed to be abused by us Americans on a regular basis here on this channel. So
yeah, I will be regularly bringing up the sandwich and burger debate as often as possible.
I will get the salad dressing, sir. We're going to wrestle.
Awesome. But go look forward to
that.
Again. I don't. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have to update your contact information in the description below. But for those who are curious, it's his Twitter link that's down there below, because I don't know. I got some shit mixed up. Anyway, I will fix that as soon as I have it, and we'll be able to roll from there. But because you don't currently have like a YouTube channel of your own, do you?
Well, it's the same link. It'll be YouTube/Abe's Gonna Get You. But I don't actually have any content at the moment. I'm largely a panelist at the moment, so.
Okay.
But that's going to be changing this year.
Good. We'll definitely add that in and start promoting that shit too. Also, everybody, go check out Knight's Lore, Lawrence Knight's second channel. He's gearing up to actually do some stuff on there. Live streams and scripted content and game streams and all kinds. He's got big plans this year. So definitely go sub to him. That link is also in the description below. Clue, where can we find you on the internet?
Hello, Sam. Thank you for having me. Thank you for seeing.
Anytime, buddy.
I'm grateful to see you guys squatch Abe. I am on X at the Clue channel, and I'm on YouTube, but I haven't come up with content yet. So some will be coming soon. You can mostly catch me on random panels. Like in about, I don't know, 40 minutes from now, I'm going to be on Truism's panel. He was in the chat earlier. Going to be there.
Mhm.
And yeah. Salute to the chat.
Rhythm gonna get you. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway,
Gloria
it just now it's in my head. Thanks, Queenbird. I appreciate that. As for myself, let me double check
Tonight.
something real quick. But I do think that tonight there might be something coming up. Yep, tonight you can find me over on Exiled Lioness 2. I'll be in the chat and behind the scenes helping out there. In about an hour, actually, it looks like she's going on early. So yeah, we'll be over there tonight on Exiled Lioness 2. After that, Mellow Mondays on Adam the Renaissance Nerds channel. Then back over to this one for we will be making up for last week with the Abyssal Musings that we missed. So we'll be back this week. And then I think I'm probably just going to be a guest at some point on the big, I forget what they're calling it. I call it Beelzeballs. I think it's like Ball Pub or whatever. Anyway, whatever they're doing, Dermy and Devil are doing a joint ritual humiliation for 12 hours instead of doing like the regular shows. So after Abyssal Musings, I'll probably pop in over there as a guest for a while. And then we'll be back here for Screaming into the Void next week. So thank you all for coming. We appreciate all of you being here, hanging out with us, giving us shit, yelling at us, laughing along with us, and listening to our crazy bullshit.
I got a joke for you.
All right. Are we going to do this again?
I mean, we could, this was a little different. It's not quite so bad. You see, what you've got is an Arab, a Jew, and a redneck walk into a bar. You sure you want to finish this? One of them goes,
I'm listening. Go
We're
on.
after 2 hours, dude. Fuck it. I kind of want to hear the end of the joke now.
That was the end of it. An Arab, a Jew, and a redneck walk into the bar, and one of them goes, boom.
Oh, I gotcha.
God damn it.
Thank you. Money me. Money now.
He's stealing.
Thank you all for being here. Remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras. And have a great night, everybody.